What's up everyone, this is Cher talking, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I will talk about the announcement of two new banners. Well, one is Ultra DX Candy, and he is the only new UDX style that will be on 2% chances. That's pretty nice to get him, exactly useful. And the rerun of plenty of other UDXs. I suppose they all together will total for 8%. The first multiple is free, so everyone can get something without spending. The UDXs included will be up to March of 2022, and the last one should be Bertrand and Snowy. It does not include Matcha and Elysith, but still carries a lot of value for those missing out in plenty of UDXs. You need 33,000 gens to pity 1, and some people that summoned it for Dark and now can get UDX Dark. There is also UDX Katarina and Hilda, UDX Depth, Saruin, Matriarch, Urpina, Bertrand, and Snowy, and some interesting units. I'll be making a full video about this banner, recommending the best UDXs on top to bottom, but I will talk about Candy in a few. Before, let's talk about the other banner, SaGa Soul Nusakan. This banner here is, well, what can I say, strange. It should be the easiest banner to skip in a long time. And besides Alkarl, all other styles have no future. So far on JP, they didn't release anything else besides what you see here, decreasing the value for long term by a lot. Just increases more characters for you to train without seeing any future prospect. Okay, so let's talk about Candy first. He's actually a very good unit, maybe the best one of the bunch. Has a focus on STR, agility and intelligence, recovers BP and HP when attacks, 37% chance to negate all types of damage on the start of a turn, and fired up 6. He gets this attack that hits 2 times with only 2 BP coast. It's similar to Black Pearl from Leonid, so very strong for the coast, hits far similar to a power with only 2 BP. And Candy Drop is an AoE attack that buffs STR by 20%, similar to Robin from the recent banner. It's not fast like Robin. Robin is even better. And then there's Sweet's Party. This one is amazing. Do you remember Crossbreak for Rapina? Well, it's similar. Can even be better. It attacks first with a weak attack that recovers HP by around 1000, and then gives Morale up that lasts for 3 turns, increasing the damage, and then uses Rolling Drive, a double S attack that will feel close to triple S powered just because of the Morale up. So very strong, can be used for farming, and he can even use this on turn 1 and then again on turn 3. On manual. On auto he will try to use Kicking Blow, but it's still pretty good because after Morale up, Kicking Blow will do very good damage. Well, Candy has future in JP. There is one style that can do damage and heal at the same time, but it's pretty recent, you have to wait a lot. As he's defensive and offensive, but can fit in strategies where the bosses do too much damage, and negating from turn 1 will help. Next one is Nusakan, and he tries to have a focus on the same status, STR, agility and intelligence. He gets Power Grab as a chase attack when landing a normal attack. It's strange, you have to use a normal attack to get Power Grab, and Power Grab as a passive only decreases STR by 10%. But it's a guarantee, and will also recover some HP from this. His love is not that bad, so you can see around 700 HP healing in Power Grab being used all the time. So with a normal attack, without any cost, he will be healing and debuffing STR, although not by much. Then the second passive is Mystic Power. Just like Mystic Asylus, he gets 25% chance to buff all status and recover BP. This is not that bad as well. And then the last one was changed in Global. When he attacks, he has a 25% chance to buff agility and intelligence of the party. This is the same as the last version of Mage Barthélemy. That is good because agility buffs are hard to find, but still 25% chance may help here and there. I think that if you're using evasion strategies and you need to debuff STR, this can be useful. Then he can heal with Mystic Weir and recovers from poison. Then the second one is a support spell that can inflict confusion. This will also be useful in some fights because he buffs his intelligence with a chance, can buff the party intelligence, more about tower or specific challenges. And then the last attack, he gets to do double element damage with blunt and slash, and also has a medium chance to paralyze. His chances to paralyze and confusion are pretty good, they are both medium, so he does have some utility, just, well, can be replaced by many others that can inflict confusion and paralyze, especially, well, Orluge and some others. Now the next one is Pyrix, with the same focus, STR, agility and intelligence, because he's also a debuffer. On the start of a round, he gets an increase to damage and then buffs his own agility, good for farming, not so good for other stuff. Then he gets range crux 2. All surviving allies, all range and ranged attacks will increase. I believe this includes Column and Row, by 10% only. Then high battle tension increases by 20%, start the fight with 11, because he needs, his best attack starts with 11 BP. So it's Pyroblast, a column attack that deals triple S damage with 59 mod, and also debuffs Endurance and Will to increase the damage of everyone that comes after him. Since he's a martial artist, he's very fast and will go first in most scenarios, can also be used on the Hurricane formation or Rainbow Rangers. He will go first, unless your other characters have fast. But there's also a column attack from Miriam and other fire mages that will also reach triple S and will cost 10 BP even. They don't debuff Endurance or Will, so there's that. He will help you also deal with the termites on Remembrance Battle if you haven't cleared that one yet, but let me tell you that there are plenty of ways to clear that one without having to use Pyrix, for example. But it's good since he can follow up with Flame Fangs, a column attack as well. This time it also adds Pierce, and for 3BP it's very strong. So a full cycle of farming column. And then there's Inferior Chariot that became fast here in Global, and this one also buffs heat damage by 25% on max level. It's similar to UDX Aunus, but Aunus buffs slash and heat. He only buffs heat. It will help in Remembrance battles in the future to increase damage potential if you are bringing more heat damage dealers. It's not exactly necessary, but it's a good way to increase the potential and make the fights last less time than normal. So it's actually a good character, just not necessary. Next one is Kelvin. He's a hybrid that uses spears and water element. His status distribution is pretty bad, as you can see. He looks like a welfare. STR is 94 only, Endurance is 58, Dexterity 64, Agility 85, Intelligence 82. Well, he tries to use all status, and that is what happens when you want to use everything. Well, when he heals someone with Water of Life, he also recovers his own HP and buffs all of his status by 30%. That makes him a better healer, I suppose, but it's kind of wasted most of the time. Then Attribute Boost will give him 5% boost to all of his status, and then recover his HP on the start of a turn by around 150. And then the third one is High Battle Tension, starts the fight with 11 and gets 20% increase in damage. Yeah, he looks like he's coming from the past in a prototype. His attack number 2 is 6 BP for S power 39. There's plenty of characters getting S power with 39 mod right now, this is nothing special. And the third attack is Beast Lightning, single target attack that buffs will by 30%. And that's it. Well, he sacrificed so much just to be a Water of Life user. I don't understand why. So, Kelvin is a waste, one of the worst characters of the recent times. And the last one is Alkarl. Well, he comes from SaGa Frontier 1, has a very cool design, but as you see, focus on many things. But unlike Kelvin, his status does not suffer from that. STR, Endurance, Agility, and Will. So he's pretty sustainable, he can take some hits and actually deal damage. His first passive revives him with 30% once per fight, and when on critical HP, his damage increases and reduces damage by more. So on 30%, he's gonna survive just like, well, Rogue. In the second passive, Energy Wall 3, 25% chance to negate damage when attacked, and 25% chance to recover 3 BP when attacked. Well, could lead to some interesting things, but 25% chance. Then High Protect Tension decreases damage by 30% and increases damage that he inflicts by 20. First skill is interesting because it gives him Taunt with medium effect and it's 0 BP, so he can use this as much as he wants to be more attacked and get more BP, reduce damage to 0. Second attack is All Spread, it's just like Punishing Fist, but with the added sun damage. And then we have Pyrix Plus. This attack can be amplified on Alkarl, and it's fast, blunt, and sun. And let me tell you, he also feels like a waste. Okay that he can taunt, okay that he can revive and can negate, but what does he do after he taunts? He's just a damage sponge. He's gonna receive damage, but it will not contribute too much to the squad. None of his attacks helps much. Like risky counters, like, well, the last version of Boston. We also just got Polka. Even Cotton has more utility because he just gets more endurance to the point where damage will barely do anything to him. While Alkarl, well, plays differently, trying to rely more on RNG, without offering too much damage besides that. Well, this banner is, like I said, one of the easiest ones to skip unless you like the characters. Alkarl gets another style that does not rely too much on this one as well, so it's on you. I will do a full review on this tomorrow, explaining why these characters can be good for some people, but more about references anyway. I suppose you should just focus on the UDX banner if you have value on that, but if you don't, saving gens is a good option right now. Oh, and just to add, this banner will be receiving a bronze award, and that's because it's the lowest one we have. I was thinking about creating a new one just because of this banner. Thank you so much for watching this video. What do you think about all of this? Say here on the comment section. I hope to see you soon on the next one. Bye.